Hi, welcome to the Vergas Show. I'm Sherry Hansen. Thanks for joining me today. I'm with Tom Olson today at his home. Thank you, Tom, for inviting us over. And I know you said you don't like the shrine on the wall, but anytime you work as hard as you have worked to get to this accomplishment, it's very deserving. And so what we're going to be talking about today is physical fitness. You know, it's the beginning of the year, and who doesn't want to keep up that New Year's resolution, which I've already broken, but to stay fit and get into a workout regimen for the year. But Tom, wow, handball. You've done, you know, some amazing things that we're going to talk about. But before we talk about that, there's been some obstacles to get you to that point. And I think we're going to just start with that right away, because how many of us say, oh, you know, I've got a sore knee and I can't really do this. Yeah. Or, you know what, maybe the doctor thinks with my heart surgery I should just kind of lay low. What did you do when they told you that stuff?
Well, you know, part of the physical therapy, and again, I've had some heart issues, you know, is to get active and get going again. Part of it is encouragement by if you have a spouse or a significant other, is, you know, they're there pushing you too.
Right, because what is your medical history? What have you gone through?
I've had 3 heart procedures. I have 8 stents in my heart now. And but that's been a while, and I'm, you know, working through that, proper diet and trying to keep my weight down. And I had my first knee replacement in 2012, and now just in November of 2014 I had my second knee replaced. So I'm running on 2 artificial knees, and I had major back surgery in 1999, and that worked out great, so that's a long time ago. You
know, so Tom, with hearing all that, I think we should, you know, if I was thinking about it, be coming in and doing this interview from a hospital bed or something. But, you know, it's great. I mean, like you say, you realized you've had these things done. They've bettered your life as far as you've been able to do some things, and you've done the physical therapy.
Yes, and that's the most important part.
And what we're talking about today is the handball part of it. Yep. Tell me about handball. What's handball?
Well, handball it actually is an older sport than, say, racquetball that most people are familiar with. It uses the same court. Actually, it was a handball court before it was a racquetball court. So the court is exactly the same. In a racquetball, you use you know, a racket plus a larger ball. In handball, you have a glove on each hand and a little smaller, harder ball. And the rules are exactly the same for handball as they are for racquetball. It's just that you have to use your left hand and your right hand, and it's a little more of a higher skill level for, you know, people to learn. So that's,
I was reading something on handball too, as far as for physical fitness. What did they say, that it's just the perfect mix?
It's the perfect, the world's most perfect sport, because you're using your legs, both arms, twisting your body, using your core muscles, and getting a pretty good aerobic workout. So
yeah, I would think so. And then the other thing too is, okay, so you've got gloves and a ball, and of course you need tennis shoes and some clothes to wear,
yeah.
You know. But I mean, it's not like you're purchasing a lot of very expensive equipment or need you know, big machines and stuff like that to get that full workout.
No, you don't. You just it takes a while to learn the game, but generally you can start with someone else. Is the best way to do it. Okay,
and so you play 4-wall handball. Okay, how did you get started?
Well, I was working out the Y in Fargo at that time, living there, and had played a little basketball game and stuff, and was just walking down the hallway when Rudy Harris, who was a long time, actually a national champion back in the 50s, said, hey, you want to learn how to play handball? Come on in. He put a pair of gloves on, and we started hitting the ball.
Okay,
and that's
so
my first exposure.
Okay, because I see you've got a Rudy Harris Award up here that has been presented to you. So do you think that what you followed and what you've been doing with handball would make Rudy say, yep, that guy's got it?
Yeah, no.
No.
I've been playing about 25 years. So
25 years.
And probably in the last 5 or 6 have reached out and tried to get more competitive.
Okay.
Take it to another level.
Well, and you have. You're wearing a medal right here, and it's a national champion. And so tell me how you went from starting with Rudy Harris pulling you in and got to that point.
Well, as you get older, and you know, the award is for the 70 and over singles championship, a national championship, excuse me, for 4-wall handball. And I started reaching out last year to do more tournaments. I played the North Dakota tournament, the Rudy Harris tournament, went up to Winnipeg and played in the Western Canadian tournament, and then went to Minneapolis and played in the Minneapolis tournament. And because the national tournament was so close, and it happened to be in Minneapolis this year, I decided to go to that too.
Well, and like you said, it's not always that close. I mean, it could be in California or Texas, and
this
so
year
it was just kind of like the stars all fell together.
Yeah, and it's the reason you don't, I went because it's close. If you lose your first match, you're done. You go home.
Right, but you didn't.
And the tournament lasts, 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, but you didn't, did you?
No, I didn't.
You didn't.
To my amazement sometimes.
That's wonderful. And so then you went through all that, and then did you also play in doubles when you were
Yes, I played singles and played doubles. And in fact, my semifinal singles match was against my doubles partner.
Okay.
And that was a difficult one.
All right. And so 4 or 5 days. How many matches per day did you have to play to get to that point?
Well, singles, we played 1 per day, but we started playing doubles. I started playing on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, I was playing 2 matches a day, doubles and singles.
Right. Okay, so you got the national championship under your belt. Where do you go from there on that as far as the tournaments?
Well, our goal this year is it's part of a vacation as well as having some fun. The World Tournament is held every 3 years, and 3 years ago it was in Ireland, and this year it is in Calgary, Alberta, which is a driving distance for us from here. And we're going to make a little vacation out of it, we hope, and then play a tournament just to cross it off the bucket list.
Wow, what a great bucket list.
So we'll see what happens.
That's great. So, Tom, you've got that goal out in front of you, and what do you do? What is your routine to get ready for that?
My routine is, actually I'm recovering from knee replacement right now, but my routine is to ride the bike, use the elliptical, get an aerobic workout, then I do some weight training, and then I just stand in the court, don't run around a lot, but just practice hitting the ball with my left hand is my worst hand, and just practice shots.
That hand-eye coordination, I mean, that's got to be huge with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Very much so when you're doing with that. So how many, you go in about 3 days a week?
Yes.
3 days a week, and then you're able to just use a local gym, and then with the 4-wall, when you're talking about that, just like a racquetball court, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Exactly.
So now, if I would happen to be walking by and you want to pull somebody in like Rudy Harris pulled you in, what would be the first thing you'd tell somebody that
you want to learn how to play handball?
Yeah.
Because people, look and say, "What are you doing?" And because they're used to seeing racquetball players. But
sure they are.
Just the reason I'm a little more competitive now is because I'm doing a lot of cross training.
Right, and the cross training is what
instead
really
of just playing the game, I'm doing the other things.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so if Rudy Harris would see you today, what would he be saying?
Oh, way to go.
Way to go,
I
right?
hope.
I started you out and you're doing great. Well, Tom, I think, it's just really great to know that it's a lot of perseverance. It's a lot of, discipline and willpower.
Well, it's fun, though.
But it's fun, and that's the fun thing about it. And so, there's a lot of opportunities to get involved. You don't have to be going to national championships. You can come to the community center and do some walking. You can go to your Zumba, your Exabeat, or you can even just do a regimen at home if you want to.
And the other part, it's a great social outlet in the wintertime. You get to meet people and talk with them. Get to know them. Well,
that's great. Well, congratulations, and we are going to be looking for an update on the World Tournament because I have a feeling you're going to do well up there, Tom.
Well.
Yeah, and I hope you do well up there.
The stars have to fall just right.
Yeah, the stars have to fall right, but it takes one step at a time, right, to keep going on it. Yeah. So, all right. Well, hopefully this is some inspiration for you. You have a good day in Vergas.